Om Shanti. Sweet children, we will sit in soul consciousness and we see ourselves as point of light. Baba is telling, sweet children, the mantra to control Maya is Manana. All specialities are merged in this mantra. This mantra makes you pure. The question is, what is the number one method of safety for souls and how? Number one method of safety, pilgrimage of remembrance. Because it is, now Baba is telling advantages of pilgrimage of remembrance. Because it is by having this remembrance that your character is reformed and you can conquer Maya. By having remembrance, your physical organs become quiet. It is by having remembrance that you receive power. There has to be power of remembrance in the sword of knowledge. It is only by remembrance that you become sweet and satopradhan. And you do not upset anyone. So therefore do not become weak in the pilgrimage of remembrance. Ask yourself what extent you stay in the remembrance. Yeah, Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children definitely have to be cautioned every day. Which caution? Safety first. What is your safety? You keep very safe by having pilgrimage of remembrance. This is the main thing for you children, the father explained. You will have happiness and very good manners to the extent that you children remain engaged in the pilgrimage of remembrance because you have to become pure. Each of you also has to reform your character. Check yourself. Is my character such that it causes sorrow for others? Do I have any type of body consciousness? Check yourself in this very carefully. The Father sits here and teaches you children. You children study and then also teach others. The unlimited Father just teaches you. All the rest are bodily beings. The whole world is included in this. Only the one Father is bodiless. He says to you children that you too have to become bodiless. I have come to make you bodiless. Only after becoming pure will you go back there. He will not take back those who are dirty. He will not take those who are dirty. That is why it is the mantra that he first gives you. This is the mantra with which to control Maya. It is also mantra with which you become pure. Many specialities are merged in this mantra. Which mantra? Man Mana Bhava. It is through this mantra that you will become pure. You have to change from human beings into deities. We definitely were deities. Therefore, the Father says, if you want to remain safe, if you want to become strong Mahavirs, then make this effort. The Father continues to give you teachings, even though he continues to say that it is the drama. Everything is moving along absolutely accurately according to the drama, and he will continue to explain you in the future too. You must not become weak in the pilgrimage of remembrance. Gopikas in bondages who live outside remember the Father even more than those who live with the Father too, because they are desperate to meet Shiv Baba. The stomach of those who have already met him become full, satisfied. Those who stay in remembrance a great deal can claim a high status. It has been seen that the main ones who look after very big set are weak in pilgrimage of remembrance. There has to be very good power of remembrance because there is no power of remembrance in the sword of knowledge. The arrow does not strike anyone, they don't die completely. You children try to shoot arrow of knowledge at people and make them die alive and belong to the Father. However, if they don't die, there must definitely be something wrong with the sword of knowledge. We'll remember Baba for 2 minutes. So the stomach of those who have already met him become full satisfied. So this every hour this traffic control, usually we will not pay attention, but this is also a kind of Tivra Purusharth, because the whole world there are many Brahmins and most of them are not doing. Even I will miss, okay, okay, I'm doing this work now, I'm busy. But no, we should stop and do this 3 minutes of remembrance of Baba, gives Sakash to the whole world, be in his deep remembrance and his love. Then only this traffic control Baba was made through Dadis. It was for some specific reason. So we should not miss that. So from today I've thought all traffic control I'll try to do. So the stomach of those who have already met him become full. Those who stay in remembrance a great deal can claim a high status. It has been seen that the main one goes who look after very big centers are weak in pilgrimage of remembrance. There has to be very good power of remembrance, because there is no power of remembrance in the sword of knowledge. The arrow does not strike anyone. If with the knowledge we don't have yoke power, when we say them anything, they won't. It won't affect them. They will be as they are. But when we have yoke power in our words, every words will this knowledge will go and strike them and they will die completely. That means they will completely becomes babas. So you children try to shoot arrow of knowledge at people and make them die alive and belong to Baba. However, if they don't die, there must be something wrong with the sword of knowledge. Although Baba knows that the drama is moving along absolutely accurately. Drama is so accurate. He still continues to explain to you for the futures. Each one of you can ask your heart, to which extent do I stay in remembrance? It is only by having remembrance that you will receive power. This is why it is said that there has to be power in the sword of this knowledge. This knowledge can be explained very easily. The more you stay in remembrance, the sweeter you will continue to become. When you were Satupradhan, you were very sweet. You now have to become Satupradhan again. Your natures have to be very sweet. You must never get upset. Let the atmosphere not be such that someone gets upset. Even we can create such atmosphere. Make effort for this, because the service of establishing a godly college is very elevated. There are many world universities remembered in Bharat. In fact, they are not that there is only the one world university. The Father comes and gives everyone liberation and liberation in life. Father knows that all the human beings of the world are to die. You have invited the Father to come and finish the duty, finish the dirty world and establish new world. You children also understand that Father truly has come. There is so much pomp of Maya now. They show the play, the fall of Pompeii. They built so many big buildings. That too is a pomp. In golden age, they won't build buildings with so many stories. They build such building here because there is very little land where people can live. When destruction will take place, the tall buildings will fall. Previously, they did not make such tall buildings. When bombs are released, building will fall like a pack of cards. They will play the cards and they'll make the card, right? So when building will fall with the bomb, it will fall like the pack of card, like a building of cards. This doesn't mean that only those in building will die and other will still remain. No, wherever they are, whether they are at sea or land, in sky, on mountain or flying, everyone will be destroyed. This is the old world. All the 84 million species will die, will end. There is, in the new world, none of this will remain. There won't be so many human beings, or mosquitoes, or germs, and insects. All this will die. It will be Sato Pradhan, right? So, no mosquito, no all the human beings, and no germs and insects. Here, there are so many of them. You children are now becoming deities, and so everything there will be Sato Pradhan. Here, too, when you go to the wealthy person's home, you find great cleanliness. You are becoming the greatest deities of all. You cannot be called important people now. You become very elevated deities, but it is not something new. You also become this number wise 5,000 years ago. There won't be so much rubbish etc. there. You children should be very happy that you are becoming very elevated deities. Only the one Father is teaching us and making us very elevated. In studying, people always have a number wise position. Some study less, others study more. You children are now making effort and opening big centers so that eminent people can find out about this. Ancient Raj Yoga Bharat has also been remembered. People abroad, especially, are very keen to study Raj Yoga. It is the people of Bharat who have Tamopradhan intellects. Those others have Tamo intellect. This is why they are keen to study the ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat. Ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat is very well known for it was through this that Bharat became heaven. Of those who come, very few understand fully. Heaven has passed and it will definitely exist again. Heaven, that is paradise, is the greatest wonder of the world. Heaven is glorified so much. Heaven and hell, the temple of Shiv and the brothel. You children now remember number wise that you now have to go to Shivalaya. In order to go there, you have to remember Shiv Baba. He's the guide who will take everyone back. Devotion is called the night, and this knowledge is called the day. This is an unlimited matter. There is lot of difference between something new and something old. Some children have the desire to teach such an elevated study in big building so that eminent people will come. You have to sit and explain to each one individually. You have to sit and explain each one individually. In fact, there are places of solitude for studying. The ashrams of the Brahmagyanis are always far away from the cities and they always live on the ground floor. They don't live on higher floors of such tall buildings now because they are tamopradhan. They are pushed to their way into the cities. Those sannyasis, previously they had so much power, they live in the forest and all. But now they have come back to cities. The power has now finished. At this time, everyone battery is empty. How can battery can be charged? No one except the father can charge the batteries. It is only by charging your batteries that you children receive strength. For that, the main thing is remembrance. It is in this that there are obstacles of Maya. Some tell that the surgeon the truth, whereas others hide things. Each of you has to tell the Father about the weakness within you. Each of you has to tell Father about the weakness within you. You should tell the imperishable surgeon the sins that you have committed in this birth. Otherwise, your conscience will continue to bite you. After telling Baba about them, your conscience will not bite. To keep them inside you is also harmful. Those who become true children tell the Father everything. These are the sins I have committed in this birth. Day by day, the Father continues to emphasize that this is your final birth. Those who are Tamo Pradhan must surely be committing sin. The Father says, I enter the one who has become number one impure at the end of his many birth. Because he is the one who then has to claim number one. A lot of effort has to be made. You have committed sins in this birth too. Some don't even realize what they are doing. They don't tell the truth. Some do tell the truth, Father explained. Children, your physical organs will become quiet when you reach your karmatit stage. Our physical organs will become quiet, so cool. Just as when people become old, the physical organ automatically quieten down. Here, all the physical organ have to be quietened at a young age. If you keep the power of yoke with you very well, all of these things will end. There are no dirty illness or rubbish or anything like that. People are very clean and tidy there. People are very clean and tidy. There it is the kingdom of Ram, Nishivram, goodness. Whereas here it is the kingdom of Ravan, evil, vikar, vices. So there are many type of bad illness it is here. That's why the reason of all kind of diseases, Ravan, vices. In the golden age, none of them will exist. Don't even ask. The very name is so first class. Heaven, the new world. There's lot of cleanliness there. The father explains, it is only at this most auspicious confluence age that you hear all of these things. Yesterday you didn't hear any of this. Yesterday you were the masters of the land of death, whereas today you are becoming the master of land of immortality. You have the faith that you were in the land of death yesterday and that by coming into the confluence age, you are now making effort to go to the land of immortality. You have now found the one who can teach you. Those who study well can also earn a good income. It would be said that their greatness is in their studying. It is the same here, too. You claim a very high status through the study. You are now in the light. No one else apart from you children knows this. You too repeatedly forget this. You go back to the old world. To forget means to go back to the old world. You confluenced aged Brahmins now know that you are not in the Iron Age. Always remember that you are becoming masters of the new world. The Father is teaching us so that we can go to the new world. This pride is pure, whereas other is impure pride. You children should never have impure thoughts. At the end, after effort have been made, the result will be announced. The father explains, until that time, all are effort makers. When the examination takes place, souls pass number wise and are then transferred. Yours is an unlimited study which only you know. You explain so much. New one continues to come to claim the inheritance from the unlimited Father. Although they live far away, their intellect develop faith by listening to this. You should also come personally in front of such a Baba. Should definitely personally meet the Father who educates you children. It is only when souls understand this that they come here. Some haven't understood anything, but then when they come here, they are able to understand. The Father says, if you have anything in your hearts and you are unable to understand, you may ask. The Father is the magnet. Those who have it in their fortune are able to grasp this very well. If it is not in their fortune, then everything is over. They simply ignore everything they have heard. Who sits here and teaches you? God, his name is Shiv. It is Shiv Baba alone who gives us sovereignty of heaven. Then which study would be better? You would say that Shiv Baba, from whom we receive the sovereignty for 21 birth, is teaching us. By explaining in this way, you can Then bring them to Baba. Some are unable to do that much service because they don't understand fully. They are totally caught in the chain of bondages. In the beginning, you simply freed yourself from the chains and came here, just like those who are totally intoxicated. It was also a part of the drama that there was the pull. The furnace has to be created in the drama. You died alive and then some went back to Maya. Many people came. The war continues. Maya sees that you have shown great courage and so she also hit you to test whether you are strong or not. The children were looked after so well. Everything was taught to them. You children look at those albums, but you cannot understand anything simply by looking at photos. Who would sit and explain about what used to happen? Look how you were in the bhatti, and then how some came out of it in different ways. In that bhatti, some became Maharathis, and some were just soldiers. Similarly, when rupees are printed, some of them would be faulty. This is godly mission. God sits here and establishes one religion. No one knows this. They call out to the Father. But they are like crazy people who don't understand anything. They ask how it is possible. Maya Ravan makes them totally like that. People worship Shiv Baba, then they say that he is omnipresent. If you speak of Shiv Baba, how can he be omnipresent? When we are when we ship, how Baba is omnipresent, right? When we think of him, we can know like Shiv Baba. We are going there. We are not like we are seeing table and becoming yog yukt. We are seeing laptop and becoming yog yukt. We are going Param Dham and becoming yog yukt. Or when Bap Dada. So how can Shiv Baba be omnipresent? The people worship a lingam and call it Shiv. They do not say that Shiv is sitting in that. They say that God is in the pebbles and stones. Does that mean that all are God? God cannot be unlimited in that way. So the Father explains to you children. He also explained the same way in the previous cycle. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved and long lost and orphan children, love, reverence, and good morning from Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. From we spiritual children, love, reverence, and good morning to Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste. Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for dharana creates such a sweet atmosphere that no one can become upset. We should not upset anyone. So create such a sweet atmosphere that no one can become upset. Make effort to become as bodiless as Father. Make your nature sweet and your physical organs quiet with the power of remembrance. Second, constantly maintain the intoxication of your now being in confluence aged and not iron age. The Father is teaching you in order to make you into the masters of the new world. Finish all impure thoughts. Blessing. May you constantly perform elevated act as Karma Yogi by remaining seated on your immortal throne and the heart throne. Baba is telling you, sweet children, may you constantly perform elevated acts as a Karma Yogi by remaining seated on your immortal throne, Akal Takht, and the heart throne of Baba. So we have to perform elevated action. It can happen when we are soul conscious while doing karma. That is called Karma Yogi. And we are seated in our Saman. I am sitting on my immortal throne, Akal Takht, in between the forehead and heart throne of Baba. Baba is telling the way how can you sit on your immortal throne and heart throne. So at this time, each one of your children receive two thrones. One is your immortal throne and the other is the heart throne. However, only the one whose kingdom it is can sit on this throne. If we are Swarajyadikari, then we can sit on the immortal throne if we have controlling power of us. Otherwise, we'll become body conscious. Since each one of you is sitting on an immortal throne, you have a right to self sovereignty. Then, because you are seated on the Father Heart throne, when we'll sit on Father Heart throne, when we are following each Srimad accurately, correctly, completely, you have the right to Father inheritance, in which all fortune of kingdom is included. A Karma Yogi means who is seated on both thrones. Every act of a soul seated on such throne is elevated because all of his physical organs and senses function under law and order. Slogan is those who remain constantly set on the seat of self respect are virtuous and great. Those who remain constantly set on the seat of self respect are virtuous and great. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. Shukriya, Baba. Shukriya. Om Shanti.